Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive into the architecture of the human-in-the-loop AI workforce, or HIL-AIW.
Right.
This isn't just a new tool, it's being framed as a whole new paradigm, really. It transforms large language models, LLMs, from loose, sometimes chaotic things
hmm
into a structured, auditable, and, fully accountable enterprise digital workforce.
And that's the core mission.
Right.
Because unstructured AI is just inherently risky for businesses.
So what's the strategic imperative here? Because if LLMs are so powerful, why do organizations need to uh, lock them down like this?
HIL-AIW directly solves these huge enterprise deficiencies.
Hmm.
You've got the inevitable risk of hallucinations and fabrications,
Markets?
the pervasive lack of traceability or any kind of audit trail, and critically, context contamination between different tasks.
Wait, that context contamination piece is fascinating.
It's a huge risk. Think of it like this. Without structure, the AI handling client A's confidential details might accidentally bleed that private context into a summary it's making for client B.
Just because it's the same underlying model session.
Exactly. So HIL-AIW acts as the essential control plane that a CTO or CISO needs to make these high-risk tools truly manageable.
And the sources confirm the system isn't just theoretical, right? It's operating in phase 2.
Yes, core workflows. And it handled a genuinely complex task generating a research summary on grand unified theory in physics,
Wow.
which, validates that it's ready to scale beyond simple stuff. It proves the structure can handle a real cognitive load.
So this isn't just a bot farm. It's like a full-fledged org chart for an AI with internal memory rules and everything. How does it actually impose that structure?
It does it with what you could call a structural defense imposing order through 4 non-negotiable layers.
Okay.
You have the governance layer, which is all about policy enforcement from the start. Then the delegation packet layer, which basically formalizes the work order.
And then the actual execution.
Right, and the role execution layer. But here's where it gets really interesting. The artifact layer.
What does that do?
It provides immutable, version-controlled memory. This isn't just storage. This is the full compliance record.
So if a decision is ever audited, you can pull the exact snapshot of the AI's brain that led to the result.
Exactly. The full input, the full memory state.
That transparency is massive for compliance. But the sources say the most crucial prerequisite is something called memory isolation. Why is that the key?
That's the firewall. Each specialized AI role, the research associate, the project manager, it operates in its own private memory silo.
So they can't talk to each other outside of the official workflow?
Precisely. This strict enforced isolation prevents that context contamination we talked about. If one role makes an error, that error cannot propagate and contaminate the memory of the entire workforce.
Unlike a lot of the more open, multi-agent frameworks out there.
Exactly. It's a structured division of cognitive labor, all designed for control. You see these deterministic workflows with specialized roles.
Like the executive assistant for intake.
Yes. The EA clarifies ambiguous requests, making sure a project starts clean. Then the project manager, the PM, orchestrates the task breakdown.
And the research associate synthesizes the evidence.
Right, ensuring every claim is traceable back to a source artifact.
So, connecting this to their current trajectory, the foundational components are confirmed as working. I think the source said, persona isolation. Good.
It did. So the immediate next step is phase 3, integration and scaling. They're now focused on connecting this very tightly controlled environment securely with the organization's wider live systems.
You mean like CRMs, ERP?
All of it. Document management systems, you name it.
That's ambitious. But hang on, does implementing this level of rigor add a kind of complexity tax? The sources mentioned the governance overhead introduces latency.
It does.
Isn't speed the whole point of AI automation? Are enterprises really willing to slow down?
That is the critical trade-off every CTO is facing right now. Yes, there's latency, but that reduced speed is justified by the strong guarantees around auditability and the massive reduction of catastrophic risk.
So you're trading microseconds for potentially multi-million-dollar compliance risk.
You are. This platform is designed for knowledge work where compliance is absolutely paramount. In high-stakes environments, predictability and traceability will trump raw speed every single time.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, the enterprise builder? HIL-AIW seems to ensure accountability in these really complex cognitive tasks. It lets organizations automate the brain of the business, but under strict auditable control.
It offers trust, where LLMs often only offered raw power.
A great way to put it.
And while this architecture, it significantly reduces the probability of mistakes, it does still depend on diligent human oversight. The ongoing operational risk isn't the AI failing,
It's the humans.
it's the need for a dedicated AI workforce manager to continuously refine those governance policies. Because if those human-driven policies become rigid or obsolete, the whole system falters. And that's the real challenge to think about. How does an organization make sure its governance can keep pace with an accelerating technology?